Welcome back and thank you so much for watching Urban Squares, the show. My name is Judy. Well, before we went for a break, I told you that we are going to tackle another topic of discussion, and it's about peers and groups. When you look at the two topics, the first topic and this one, they kind of relate or kind of look alike because at times we are influenced by peers and friends for certain things. Probably could be even choosing a career. Well, our topic of discussion goes, we are talking about peers and groups, and we are asking how does a peer group influence you or your behavior as a person. And you who is watching the show out there, you must be having a group of peers that you normally walk with, you normally drink with. I've mentioned drinking. But how does this peer group influence you? When do you get to realize that I've been influenced by my peers? But most cases, some people don't even realize it. You just find a behavior, you're being taken up by a certain behavior, your dress code has drastically changed totally, and also because you're exactly. How do you realize that? How are you influenced? How do you get to be influenced by a peer group?
I want to first say, I think it's positively and negatively. When you call it too, and you're copying it from Rancy, and it is positive. It's nice. She's so confident, she can speak. Oh, I think I should do that also. Now where the problem comes from is doing the negative things.
And it is the one that is usually taken.
Okay, how does it influence your behavior? Really?
It does.
Are you copying everything?
No. Let me tell you something. Even by the time you realize you're influenced, you don't know. You don't know. You read the word chocolate. Julie, you're there. You're my friend. You're putting on something skimpy.
And I'm saying you smart.
You know, you need to change and look sexy and all that. You know. So I find myself when I'm shopping, I'm going to buy something skimpy.
And the problem is you put it on and then people start crediting you.
And you're like, hello, and when people start accepting that, oh, how she's looking nice. You're looking nice. You're going to start looking alike. You're already influenced. You're already in the act. You know? So those behaviors are especially drinking, putting on indecently.
Yeah.
You find yourself doing so.
All right, before we get there, over the weekend, John Black, the boy, was performing in Chireka last weekend, and I wondered, this guy moves in with a group of young youth with driving Porsche cars. You know, when they reach somewhere where John Black is performing, after performing, they call him, they sit, they drink, they splash money like nothing. You can ask yourself, when did these guys work to get all this money?
They don't have money.
So this is where we derived our topic of discussion. And we are asking, how can peer groups influence our behavior? How can peer groups influence your behavior? Should we say also John Black is behaving the same way because of the people he moves around with? Does he have even all that money, or he's just making back?
Let me tell you something, Julie. But because he's carrying that name of a celebrity, I know what too. Even those bupikereres. Ajagenda yewole motoka. Agamba, we are going with John Black. Kangende wagundi ampeye motoka no sent obutono.
Now you know these things.
I'm not there, but at least I have a
trending, man.
Let me tell you something. See you muti avuge motoka ebale ebera yije. Nanga sawolo jewo la nenzivuga waga. Kola kaine motoka.
Baby jeole ncha tugende out.
Like serious. So you find Mama, you watch dda.
Okay, Patricia, how does peer group influence your behavior?
It depends
and do
on.
you even accept that it influences your behavior in a way?
Usually, me, I am the influencer. It's very hard for someone to influence me.
Are you sure?
Yes. Actually, Julie, I think you know something about me. I usually make sure that I'm not influenced by anyone's way of living.
Just
Maybe,
because you don't like it, man. If I like something, why don't I copy it?
Julie, you can have nice things, you can even have nice hairstyles, but I'm not going to do it just because Julie has done it. I have to look into the repercussions. I have to look into whether it will look nice on me or not. I have to look into things like if Julie is going to club, my values don't accept me to go to club. So it's very hard for me to be influenced, for sure. But if I have a group of friends, I usually influence them in a positive way. Basically, if someone is having, like, is an addict, and I cannot run away from them just because they are addicted to different things. I'll get into them and give them positive influence to help them to come out of that addiction.
To change.
For them to be better citizens and better humans.
Hey, you mean they are not better? They are not
No, they are not better. But
Let me
they
tell
are,
you something.
it's not that they are not better, but
Do you know,
for them they are to get much better.
let me tell you, buli muntu
Want
abeera
to be
akola
worse.
ekintu nga she feels she's in that comfort zone. Neoba nga yambala something skippy, I'm like,
If someone has a conscience, if someone has a mind and has a conscience, whatever you do, if you see that you know very well that it's not okay. Now, don't think that they really think that it's okay.
Why not?
They do it just because either they want to call attention, they want to attract people.
I'm not siding with you.
It's very
I'm not
unfortunate
siding
that
with you.
even holy people, we find them,
Holy people.
yeah,
From
the
what?
ones, the so-called holy,
church?
they get
Depends,
criticisms.
because there are
You find
some
it.
churches these days
No, I'm-
which are not really churches.
Patricia, you find,
And there are some
you
people
find
who,
a road
who say they are
preacher,
kubalokole, but they are not.
you find a road preacher, people are slowly throwing words at him, atulekanira genda okole onoonya mutwalo gwe bakuwaana okukuba and stuff like that. Naye nga kyakola tekiriimu bubi. It's not bad. So I'm telling you, even the ones we see are doing good or holy, bonna bafuna insults. So kitegeeza nti zino pia someone can be influenced. Muyinza kubeera mu taxi nga balina gwe bavuma. And now you feel like throwing a word there. Naye noba tokyogedde naye noba tokyogedde naye nga n'omutima gyeguli.
Tumalaga influenced by people there around. Oli bamuvuma naawe oveeyo otandika ovuma.
Kye bamwogerako bisobo kirala nga kituufu.
nga kituufu.
Omuntu okuyina
Bwe
bwe
kiba
yakuba
kituufu.
atakola, ayina abaana, ayina family ewaka ali awo nti
How do you
nawulira
know that
njiri.
ali
How
awo
is he
ali
paid?
kumutakola? How do you know nti tali mukola?
Olaba, do you know,
Some are there on the street, but they are paid.
Patricia, look at this scenario. Wali eri wandegia, they are ladies. Ate abakazi abakulu. They are always empty taxis. So when it comes to starting to abantu okuyingira, these ladies bayingira, they sit and wait for people to come in. Bwe balaba nga taxi enatera okujjula, they get out.
So how are they paid?
They are paid and highly, by the way. And old women with that, nga omanya abakazi abakulu n'ensawo zaabwe ng'alina gy'alaga atudde. So what when they start getting out, nobatula ne basirika nga passengers abalala. Trust me. So when they get out, passengers ne batandika okuyomba. How can you, what if I find my mom? What if you find your mom doing so? Oh, what osobola muvuma? What osobola kuyomba? Because she's looking for what? For money. So at the end of the day, people bayomba. Ne bagamba it can't happen. Kati nawe obeera onoga kati what if it's my man?
You know?
And that's what I'm telling you. You need to think before you say things to people out
no
there.
one says
Just
things
because
before thinking.
they don't think.
And that is even the biggest percentage.
Emotions.
Sometimes you do
Some
things
people just become emotional and they react emotionally without reasoning, without using their heads.
They just say whatever comes to their
Yeah.
minds.
How does peer influence someone's behavior?
I'll go back to the fact that you have to choose the friends you choose. You first of all have to choose people who you know will help you. If you choose the bad friends, it's the same route you take. If they are good, you go positive. They influence in many ways. I'm actually a victim. As influenced in some way or the other. Because one time I was in a bar and a friend, and I had a friend, and she was like, you know, these BFFs, best friends forever. You have to do the same things. You have the same likings. So she was like, my dear, what are you doing in that bar? Like, you should go to Serena, you should go to those posh places so you can get good guys, so you can have a good life. And remember, this is not the life I am living now. I'm not living this expensive life, but she's putting me in that expensive way of living. So I think it's really not good. You just have to look into yourself and to the friends you're having. Because I'm sure your friends know what you want. Your friends can choose the best for you, but if you let them choose the worst for you, they can't do it.
All right, let's try to find out. How do you get to realize that you're in the wrong peer group, and how do you get out of it? Because we understand they are wrong peers. We do understand. So when do you get to realize? And how do you even get out of this? How do you jump out of this? Because it's really, really bad.
You need to realize that you find yourself guilty. Just like, I've done this. Is it really what I was it me? Was it?
How many times?
Was I supposed to do this?
Because you do the right things.
Because
But when you do the wrong things,
if you're doing the right
just
things, of course, you'll never feel
choose one day you
And even
ask
the people
yourself,
around you, they start asking what happened to you. You don't to put on like that. You know. So, otandika okukiraba nti the people you yeah.
But there's so many people who give this attitude of I don't care because I believe I'm doing the right thing. I mean, just because you have low self-esteem, you believe whatever you're doing, your dress code is weird, it's pathetic, and then the way you talk, people don't like you, you would feel maybe guilty over nothing. We have people who have self-confidence. Someone dresses up in a weird way and enters church, have come to pray. I mean, they don't care. Those people are very comfortable. They will never get guilty over stuff. You get?
But as time goes on, they become guilty. Because that by the time they are doing
Maybe when
certain
people start
things,
throwing
they are not
words to this
okay.
person, bitandisa omuntu
amala kulaba n'abantu abamuli around nga they are not like me. Ogenda alaba nga alaba bazibiriza
It's not that, because by the time you're leaving home, you know people are going to look at you.
No, there are some people who are really not okay bambi osanga babeerako n'emizimu gyewaabwe sikulimba tubere serious babeerako n'ebyewaabwe nga bibambadde ne batambula ne bambala n'agenda mu bantu agenda ku realizinga nga ekintu kimwambudde bwekiri temuwakana mudde mu reality
nedda nno kankuye si buli omuntu kati ojja gamba buli omu ayambala obubi because most slay girls
they are not
today
okay, they are possessed demons.
bo bakimanyiro kitegeera nga
By name is Zimu.
Why don't
comfortable
you
with
ban
these.
them? I mean, we have so many preachers nowadays, pastors, but morals.
ate toyogera ku bapastor because they're always
No,
preaching
I'm
about
looking at
marriage
morals
Zabatama
for you.
n'okuntama.
So you don't like marriage?
They should not preach
No,
about marriage
no,
because they are
they-
not examples.
Trust me,
Some of them.
almost all of them.
But not in my church.
Bannange, let's not talk about churches. I
Thank
have a
you.
bias on them.
Thank you.
If
Okay,
you can try mine, you will never regret.
No.
you have a church.
Yeah, you see KJ.
Pastor Trisha. Well, we are rewinding
Not
at,
a personal church. It's where I pray from.
we are making conclusion and then our last remarks about a topic of discussion. And right now, I'm going to give Jessica a chance to say a word or two about peers and friends and how we should choose our peers wisely, because I believe peers are good on the other side, and if you're not very careful, they are also bad the other side. So, Jessica, your last remarks
When it
about
comes
peers.
to choosing friends, you can't know who's going to be a friend. Because you find yourself becoming friends. And you find you're doing the same things.
Okay.
So it's just a matter of you personally knowing what you want.
Okay.
Because me, I have friends that really do things that are very, very different from what I do. But
you
trust me,
keep them around you.
I keep them around me and they don't even change. And they don't even influence me at all. I keep with my goal, with my value, with my respect, nze muleka nengamba oh that is what she wants because even if I talk and talk nga ye tajja kichuza, you know. So at the end of the day it is me personally who is supposed to know what I want.
Thank you, Jessica. Yeah. Now let's hear it from Trisha.
Okay, now I would suggest most of the time let us be influencers. Let us not be the type of people like
Who are picking from others.
Everything that you see you want to do, you see from here you want to do. Please be the one that when people look at you, they want to be like you. Whether you are, if you're a bad example, please need that how choose some.
Oba okimanyi nti oli bad example oba tokimanyi.
Tosobola
oba omanyi bye bituufu.
Naye ate era ofuna criticism from different people, and if you see that you're criticized, try to change and be a good influencer.
Alright. I've actually learned from you, Trisha. I should start being an influencer, like seriously. Start doing the right thing so that people can follow me rather than following these other people, because I should have my values. I should look into myself. What do I want? Actually, my mom always says that you should have a priority. Like you should know what is good and what you have to do. Like, you should be principled, you know? Can't have learned that from you.
All right, thank you so much, ladies. My last remarks about a topic of discussion, friends and peers. Myself, I can't live without friends, though I don't have many in the circle. I choose my friends wisely, I don't know why. But since we can't avoid these people, we can as well revise what we do us. What do we have? You have a friend. When do you get to realize you're in the wrong peer? I mean, try to change when you see you're going astray. Then change. Look into yourself. Don't avoid your friends as well. But don't pick what they do if they're wrong. But again, don't influence them. So to be a good friend, make sure you let your friends do what they feel like they want. So you're going to have your friends in the circle, but you're not going to be influenced. Neither are you going to influence another. Well, it has been a topic of discussion, but something small that we want to talk about today about reproduction health. I told you last Saturday that we shall be having some lessons about reproductive health. And today we are going to talk about children and their rights. As I throw the microphone to Rancy to take us through this in just 1 minute. Rancy, please do.
You know, we've been talking about kids, parents being dictators and all that. So these kids, rights is that we bazirinyirira njagala mukategeera. Rights is omwana, a kid, alina rights to be loved. Alina rights to eat every day. So bw'oba tomuwa mmere every day, why did you give birth to that kid? Don't you're supposed to give this girl all the basic needs. Rights. Oh, you know, kunoonya emmere n'ogimuwa. Asobola okulopa ne bannonnobamba.
All right, to know my parents, religion, tribe, those things.
But religion is, you have to decide on your religion.
Yes, children also have a right to know their fathers, their dads.
But also have the right to choose their own religion.
By the way, you should put more emphasis on that. Children should know their fathers. Oh my God.
The right. Your father when you actually finished in school. That is
and they want to eat justice.
And there are very many people that are falling victims.
Parents don't teach their kids their languages. Their mother language. Omwana nakulanga manyi luzungu naye ng'olwe bwabwe talumanyi. He's called Ayemba Bale, but the language does not even
knows only English these
so
days.
When I write stories, that she should know.
All right to education, right?
Yeah. But the education of today Vanang is too much. The children are studying and studying and getting frustrated. Recently I saw some kids going to school on Sunday. From Monday to Sunday, when do they rest? They also have the right to rest.
Exactly. The right to rest. That's why Janet said last time that you should stop putting the kids on border bills. They will never fool one and take a
So they have right to have
health, good health. Cars.
Yes, Francis.
So in conclusion, I think these kids should give them a right to dress up. Cut, for example, fresh kid. He has a right to. All of a sudden, bamu abayinga ejibazi dividing zemu. Kati bamulemesa taata he has to be loved by the father.
You come when never nag, don't disorganize
Fresh kid
me.
is crying on a daily just because he's staying with the dad.
With the dad, can you imagine?
He has a right to be happy.
But it's not
Anyway, that's all we
Well,
had
it's not
time
eating
for
well.
today. Patricia, it's all we had time for today on the show, Urban Square. My name is Julie. I've been with Motoni here. Motoni, wave to the audience. Yeah, very smart. So Patricia, who we call Trisha, and then Rancy Mbabazi. Now, on camera we had Frank, and then we had Chizito. Can you imagine? How can I call the other one Frank and then this one Chizito? Taina Christian name.
We are missing something there.
Well, and well, why don't you wait for us next week, same time, same station. Remember, we are having an amazing movie coming up soon, July 4th. We are going to have Moses and 10 Commandments premiering on Record Television. It's a production of Record TV. So if you have any Christian values at home, abana bo bakuziza mu mudini, this is the movie you should not miss. Taina PG muno tino abana tebalaba nedda temuli mu bibi. Temuli mu bibi. So any religion, you can sit and watch this movie. It's coming. It's premiering very soon on 4th July on Record Television. So you shouldn't miss out that movie. It's amazing. We are waiting for it, having this anxiety. But again, still to remind you that we've recorded this show in this amazing restaurant, Central Top Restaurant, located in Kamwacha opposite Diamond Trustee Bank. They have amazing space. If you have those small parties like birthday parties, baby showers, and you're looking for where you can put your party at, this space is really nice with beautiful ambience, quiet, where you can put your party and have the best here. They have all types of food. So come have lunch, supper, dinner. They have amazing juice. So come here and have the best. Well, with me and the entire team, we want to wish you a very nice weekend and a great week ahead of you. Please take good care of yourself, and we say bye.
Good and clean, chonchirawa. Ngonyume, wala yo yase, na chonchirawa.
Leopard could be the first thing I wanna down in the morning. Tony not sorry, only perfectly. Tony wabulani.
Soira, jaku goberera ngansoira.
Biebe soila, jaku gobelela ngasoela.
I wanna say you na na na. I wanna do it na na na. Do you na na na? Come na na na.
I wanna see you na na na. I wanna do it na na na. Do you na na na? Come na na na.
Enter me earth, tell me say move on. Kill that, kill that, kill that, yeah. Can't do it now, I wanna do it now. Take that, take that. When me tell them say Pinda kutwala tumidali emi moda Pachimanye tinafunye yo munangi Bambi anjakala Nsoera Njakugoberera ngansoera
Biebe soela Njakugoberera ngansoela
I wanna see you na na na. I wanna do it na na na. Do you na na na? Come na na na.
I wanna see you na na na. I wanna do it na na na. Do you na na na? Come na na na.
Anytime you come around, I see see this blazing fire, blazing fire. Anytime you come around, I see this blazing fire, fire.
Anytime you come around, I see you blazing fire, fire. Anytime you come around, I see blazing fire.
Jaffation clean, good and clean. Chonchi da. Go you me, while I owe you spin. Na chonchi da.
Your body could be the first thing I wanna down in the morning. Tony not sorry, all the perfect way. Tony I wanna be.
Sorry, Jaku goberera ngan sorry.
Biebe sowela, Jaku gobelela nga sowela.
I wanna say you na na na. I wanna do it na na na. Do you na 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 na. Come na na na.
I wanna see you na 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 na. I wanna do it na 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 na. Do you na 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 na. Come na 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 na.
Ba 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 ba.